Hello everyone. So today I'm going to conduct the presentation about the international marketing in Italy. So in this presentation, I will divide it into five different parts, which is the national conditions, the business categories, and the trade shows, rules and standards, the transport and the cost, and the conclusion. So first, let's talk about the national conditions. Um, According to 2020's consoles, Italy have a total population about over 60 million people, and the proportion of the people aged between the 40 and the 50s over here is larger than any other age groups in these population categories. And men are generally outnumbered than women as a percentage of the population under the age of 75. Oh no, 35, and up after age of 60s, women will outnumber than the men as this part of the age groups. And according to the statistics in 2019, the Italian's GDP is 1.271 trillions, and the GNI is uh, over 45,000, and the average annual income is 29 euros. So, uh, in due to the geography reasons, economic development in Italy will be different from the south and the north, and some of them might have a gender income difference in the south of part of Italy. And in general, the more and popular goods in Italy was mechanical and electrical products, chemical products, and oil products. Since Italy is a country with a poor mineral resource, it have a larger demand for the mineral conductors and maintains the industrial supplies for the energy and the raw materials. And because compared to other European countries, the Italy might still have the get centered in the small cities and villages, but they are also get great cities like Rome, Milan, and Venice, and so on. So these cities also have a significant concentration of the industrial and service populations. And another situation is that in big cities in Italy, such as Rome and other cities, it also have a large population for the industrial and service populations. However, in other parts of the Italy, such as some smaller cities and villages, they might have some well-developed private economies and some hand-working factories. Then let's talk about the business categories and the trade shows. Um, so first, let's talk about the retailers. In online retailers, most of the Italian shoppers often shop on the Amazon Italia. So Amazon as a well-known cross-border e-commerce enterprise, and most retail goods are containing over the daily needs goods such as books and household applications, foods or clothing. It also have some business, include some business with software. So in order to adapt to the difference and between Italy and other regions in terms of the local goods and pricings, Amazon also established the local website, and in Italy it's called Amazon.it. And another online website will be welcome in Italy is eBay, and its action functions is also popular among the Italian shoppers, and it is also common to see Italians acting on trading second-hand goods on eBay. Then the trade and shows. So let's talk about the e-commerce situation in Italy. Um, Compared to the neighboring cities like France and Germany, the uh, internet presentation in rate in Italy is over say 65%, and there is still a lot of um, place for the development in instructions for Italian's network projects. And due to the geography factors, situation in Italian's network infrastructures, especially in the place of mountain, it will be really hard for them to establish the uh, infrastructures in the among the mountains. So in the mountain of Italy, the effects of the internet device might be really hard to receive the signal. And about the online shoppers in Italy are concentrated in big cities and their surrounding satellite cities. And in Italy, there are about 19 million online shoppers, which is occupies the 30% of the total populations. Although there are many factors in Italy that might be difficult to develop the online shopping or the internet infrastructures, the situation is improve rapidly based on the research. In, in Italy, there have increased by nearly 20% about the uh, online populations in less than a decade. So in future, e-business will become more and more efficient way to enter the Italian market. And about the trade shows, so in Italy, there are many categories in trade shows in Italy about the clothing, the design of cars, and the manufacturing of food. And one of the largest trade show in Italy is Milan's International Fashion Exhibition and the Italy Milan International Sanitary Wear Exhibition. So the MCE is a large international sanitation brand fair in Italy. So bring together a lot of internationally uh, well-known designers, so it is a better to platform to understand the development of the bathroom design, because my mom is also a designer for the bathroom, so she sometimes told me about these trade shows. And another famous trade show in Italy is the Milan's International Fashion Show, and the exhibitions is divided into the man and women's, and the exhibition also divided it into the spring, summer, and autumn and winter in two seasons. And it brings together many luxury fashion brands in the world, and it's also a event for the global fashion. So then of media, for the traditional media, especially for the newspaper, the most famous newspaper in Italy is the Della Seria. It is a newspaper in Italy, and but it's traditionally moderate and conservative newspaper. And we can get some policy changes and the shifts in market winds also can be found in some of the articles. About the online media, in 2020, around like uh, over 25 of the Italians will spend on online media, followed by 22% of televisions. So if the internet and TV media are also important point to be enterprise need to consider, because if you want to get some advertisement, you might can consider that in the uh, online media and television media, because of the large percent of occupations in the total uh, populations, and the rules and standards. So in this part, I will consider on the difference about different rules in Italy and Canada. So in Italy, uh, the advertising about the advertising policy in Italy, it will be controlled in the organization called the Association of Advertising Supervisors, which is IAP in advance, and they will uh, determine whether the advertisement can be published or not, and at the same time the enterprise also can ask the advertising committee in advance about in IAP. In Canada, it is also being controlled in the organization. It's called Advertising Communication Representative. It's Canadian Advertising Standard Board. It is a non-profit industry bodies. And about the product standard. In Italy, the organization is called the Italian Association for Product and Standardization, which is the Italian products standardization and added body. And it is also be organized the importing and exporting goods in companies in Italian markets. And in Canada, it is called as the Canadian Standard Association, which is also known as CSA, and it can determine whether the importing or exporting goods can reach the standard in Canada. And these are the two labels for the two different organizations in different countries. And then the transport and delivery. The delivery in Italy might be kind of difficult compared to Canada, because in Italy the situation of delivery might be complicated in Italy, especially if you use the local express mail service, and the delivery time of the goods might be even longer based on their transporting conditions. And according to the section on the delivered miles, the research and the over 43 of Italians served consider might have a high cost of express and delivery to be a major barrier of their use of logistics. So the sellers and the enterprise might be committed to the Italian might need to understand or realize the cost of the delivery and get more information as you can if you want to get into Italian's delivery. And the conclusion. So in these presentations, we can get to know the economic strength of different regions in Italy. So it's also affected by their regional development, and it is also in fact about their region average salary in different regions. But at the same time, Italy also have a rich variety of export communities. But because of the lack of the resource, Italy also have a large demand for the mineral resource import. At the same time, in recent years, with the development of the domestic network constructions, the Italian e-commerce might be more and more attracted. But due to the high cost and the long time of mailing in Italy, the enterprise need to understand or get as much information as you can if you want to settle in the Italian market. So that's all. Thanks.